She's talking about handstands, and I'm sure she'll talk about handstands more tomorrow, but I'm not going to be there. When you're in a handstand, she had us standing, and she said if somebody pushed you, you're standing, somebody pushes you forward, you compensate by putting weight into the heels and contracting your core to compensate for somebody pushing you forward. If somebody pushes you from the back, you compensate by going onto the toes, right? Same thing is true in a handstand. When you're starting to go forward, you go onto the fingertips and you grip with the fingertips. When you're starting to go back, you go onto the ball of the hand and you compensate that way. She's like, a lot of people will try and compensate in the body and the legs will be going that way. She's like, that's not how you balance when you're standing. Your arms aren't going every which way. I'm like, yeah, true. So you have to like try and think of balancing on the actual hands, not the legs twisting and flopping all over the place. A good shoulder stretch. I'm gonna have to, I don't know if I have room. I'll move it up. Pretend this is the front of my mat. To grab the front of your mat, like so the wrists stay down, and then you contract the eyes of the elbows up. Because if you try and do that on the ground, a lot of people will do either turn the hands out, right? So this way, the wrists stay down, and then you can turn out and hug it down the back. And you're doing a puppy dog pose, basically, that way, to stretch out the shoulders and keep that. She says if you need more, you can put your hands up on a block and do the same thing. A little strength exercise she had was to hold a long plank. So you bring your hands all the way to the front of the mat and the feet to the back of the mat. You can't, I must have had the video going the other way before, but you get the idea. Instead of having your hands right underneath the shoulders, you're putting them out here and then lifting the feet up and holding the plank out that way without the hips going up.